The fifth-generation Honda CR-V was introduced in October 2016 in Detroit. Literally a month later, sales began on the American market. And in the middle of 2017, the car arrived in Russia. Moreover, we officially sell cars brought from the USA, where, in fact, they are produced. For domestic buyers, 2 gasoline engines are available, well known from models of the previous generation. These are inline 4s with a volume of 2.0 and 2.4 liters with a capacity of 150 and 186 horses, respectively. Both motors are combined exclusively with the CVT, and all cars are a priori equipped with an all-wheel drive transmission. First of all, inspect the body of a used crossover. Although you are unlikely to find traces of corrosion on 2 to 3-year-old specimens, if rust still shows through in some places, turn around and leave. Even a good bargain here would not be appropriate, just the car was poorly restored after the accident. Do you need to invest in such good? It is better to look for a more attractive option in this regard. However, over time, you need to be prepared for the fact that after 5 to 7 years of operation, chips and scratches will appear on the hood, wheel arches, and sills. After all, the CR-V paintwork is not particularly durable. But there should be no metal corrosion or paint swelling. Honda's double-sided galvanic coating is resistant and durable. With age, the swivel joints of the windshield wiper mechanism can turn sour. Although usually a trapezoid can be developed using special fluids such as WD-40. Also check how the doors close and open. Door locks on the CR-V are traditionally weak and can fail soon. Replacement will pull 700 to 900 rubles. This car, by the way, can be called a technical dude. In other words, we have before us a model embodied in innovative solutions. For example, even in the tubes through which the washer fluid flows from the tank to the nozzles, microscopic filters are installed. It is sad that in our conditions they quickly become clogged and many simply remove them. It's no longer possible to do this with engines. There is nothing superfluous here. The engines are extremely reliable, but equally scrupulous in terms of fuel quality and service. By the way, it is recommended to change the oil in them every 10,000 kilometers. Although many prudent owners do this operation twice as often. And not in vain, these 4s have two thin piston rings, which quickly coke from rancid oil and, as a result, lie down. Therefore, servicemen recommend replacement after 6,000 to 8,000 kilometers of run. If the deformation of the rings does occur, the oil consumption will immediately increase, which can lead to very unpleasant consequences. Now consider each of the motors separately. The base unit R20A is equipped with an intake phase change system and a variable intake manifold geometry, but at the same time it does not have hydraulic compensators in the valve drive. They are regulated by the selection of washers every 40,000 kilometers. Although in reality this operation may be required after 100,000 kilometers or even more. Approximately the same resource, up to 150,000 kilometers, is also at the engine mounts, and, as a rule, the left one is the first to be rented. The rear one can withstand a little longer, but it also costs twice as much. Also at risk are spark plugs and ignition coils, as well as a converter and oxygen sensors. After 150,000 kilometers, the timing chain can stretch, the engine starts to Detroit and lazily picks up speed, and when starting on a cold one, it makes specific sounds. Replacing the chain will cost 25,000 rubles. Similar symptoms in K24A1. This motor is the result of the modernization of the K24A unit, which was installed on its predecessor. It is equipped with a variable valve timing system on the intake and exhaust shafts, as well as adjustable valve lift. The main sores of the 2.4-liter 4 are the same as those of the 2-liter. Moreover, most of the congenital sores, such as the failing timing clutch, were still cured on the predecessor model. It must be remembered that original parts for Honda are by no means cheap. True, and they have quite a decent resource. A considerable service life is also declared for the Variator. However, this box causes a lot of controversy among most Russian motorists and is considered not reliable enough. I immediately remembered the Russian presentation of the model, where the Japanese presented the 5th generation of the CR-V. One of the speakers then said that for the Russian market they chose the most reliable and technological unit available in their arsenal. After such a statement, a flurry of questions rained down from journalists regarding the durability and problems of the Variator during operation in Russian conditions. To which the representative of the company calmly repeated the phrase said before and added that their box is noticeably superior in reliability to similar units from other brands. For some reason, I immediately believed the speaker. Such a representative gentleman cannot brazenly lie from a high rostrum. Be that as it may, according to Russian statistics, so far not a single case of failure of the Variator on the 5th generation CR-V has yet been recorded. The fact is that Honda produces all its gearboxes and transmissions itself, and it does it very efficiently and scrupulously. This is a rarity in the automotive industry. Therefore, I'm almost sure that the Variator on Honda crossovers is distinguished by good health and endurance. They say that even provocations, manifested in a torn and assertive driving style, cannot put him out of action. The clutch has also become more reliable. However, from long slipping in mud or snow, it overheats. This must be remembered, since its cost is considerable, from 50,000 rubles. To extend its service life, it is recommended to change the oil in the clutch and gearboxes every 40,000 kilometers. As for the suspension of the CR-V, it is borrowed from the 7th generation Civic, but reinforced due to the increased weight of the crossover. Moreover, due to the compactness of the rear elements of the chassis, it was possible to significantly increase the volume of the trunk. Suspension parts go for a long time. For example, even stabilizer struts often withstand up to 70,000 to 100,000 kilometers, and levers, ball bearings and silent blocks last even longer. Shock absorbers will probably have to be changed closer to 150,000 kilometers naturally, with a neat and calm driving style. But the driving style usually does not affect the reliability of electrical equipment, which is problem-free on the CR-V, unless a regular battery of small capacity and compact size is discharged quite quickly. True, in recent years, batteries of a larger capacity similar in size have appeared on sale. Therefore, the 5th generation of the Honda CR-V can be safely called a reliable and durable car. Some concerns are caused only by the Variator, with which our compatriots have developed far from the warmest relations. However, this box has not presented any problems yet. Although the oldest copies of the crossover have already turned 4 years old. If the Variator shows its best side, then the car can be completely attributed to the rank of the absolute, that is, practically hassle-free.